Micro número 2.
¿Hola? Ahora, sí. Genial. Bien, bienvenidos de vuelta a todos y todas. Yo soy Adrià y voy a ser el maestro de ceremonias que vamos a guiar en este último bloque de la sala Circus del Wisher Fest de este año. Y nada, básicamente, simplemente esperamos que estéis sacando el máximo provecho de estos últimos momentos y un pequeño anuncio, recordar que está la fiesta del Wisher Love después en el centro cuando acabe. Y lo que queremos hacer en este último bloque básicamente es seguir trabajando lo que es el futuro del trabajo y las organizaciones, pero el enfoque cambiarlo un poco y trabajarlo desde la perspectiva de los usuarios. Es decir, da mucho, normalmente cuando se trata de este tema siempre se invita a las plataformas a hablar de lo que hacen, etcétera, etcétera, y lo que hemos querido es empezar a pensar en cómo lo viven las personas que están usando estas plataformas. Y lo que hemos pensado es hacerlo de lo general a lo concreto. Vamos a empezar con dos keynotes de dos de las plataformas que nos dirán cómo ellos están interactuando y involucrando a los usuarios, y después tendremos un panel con 4 de estos usuarios donde vamos a hablar diferentes temas. Y después, básicamente, subirán ya para hacer el cierre del Wisher Fest y habrá una clausura, un poco de resumen por parte de Joan Subirats para cerrar lo que es todo el festival. Pues nada, sin más dilaciones, vamos a presentar a Alexis, que viene de Mango Pay, que es Business Developer Executives de Mango Play, y que nos dará en breves una pequeña introducción de cómo están involucrando a los usuarios.
So, okay, it works. Hello, everybody. I'm happy to be here in front of you today. So first, I would like to apologize for doing my speech in English. I wanted to do it in Spanish, but I realized that my Spanish level was not good enough, was not good at all. So I decided to do it in English, and I tried to be the clearest. So, to introduce me very quickly, I'm Alexis Ammar. I'm in charge of the business development in MangoPay since 1.5 years now. I'm really happy to attend the WeShare every year, as we have always been partners with WeShare, as sharing economy is part of our history. And by the way, for those who maybe don't know what MangoPay is a payment solution, payment gateway, dedicated only to sharing economy platforms. So you, as a matter of fact, so marketplaces, crowdfunding, and P2P platforms. So MangoPay is part of Litchi Group. You know Litchi, which is the online pool solution, created in 2009. And when our wonderful CEO created Litchi in 2009, she couldn't manage to accept online payments, to escrow funds, to automate payouts. So we decided to create our own payment solution, acquiring a European banking license. And we're starting to use MangoPay and to sell MangoPay to other P2P platforms. So as you can see, MangoPay was born from a P2P need. That's why we know very well the ecosystem. And as we know very well this ecosystem, we had the opportunity to see how the ecosystem had changed, all the evolutions he had known, and we've seen that the growth was huge. And the main change, according to me, is that the sorry, doesn't work. Okay. The main change is that the sharing economy ecosystem is moving from P2P to B2B. How did we observe that? Through our partners. So at the very beginning, we were working only with C2C platforms. Let's talk about Goodog, the pet sitting platforms between individuals. Let's talk about Escapa, the camper van renting between individuals. So at the very beginning, we were working only with those C2C platforms. Their ambition was to create a direct connection between those persons. Also, during the first years, we saw a lot of platforms emerge with the ambition to become the new Airbnb or Uber-like. So it was, for the very beginning, only C2C platforms. with the main concept to disrupt all ecosystems. But there has been a transition those last years as we saw more and more platforms coming through with the ambition to connect not individuals anymore, but businesses. I can talk about one concrete example. One last client we signed with MangoPay a few time ago called Dawex. Dawex is a marketplace allowing businesses to exchange users' databases. So this is a concrete example, but when we observe the global market, we see that even big and historical retailers are now coming to the sharing economy. We can concretely talk about Leroy Merlin that we all know here, and Leroy Merlin invested in a P2P platform called Frisbees a few times ago and invested money within Frisbees. So it proves that Leroy Merlin or even other actors like La Redoute or La Fnac understood the value of intermediation and the value of P2P economy. Talking about a concrete example again, La Fnac. So when La Fnac created his own marketplace, they had the opportunity to see which products were sold the best, and then to source these products and to build it afterwards. So that this is a good strategy for those retailers to see how does it work on the marketplace and then benefit from the user experience. The other big change I wanted to talk about is within the fintech ecosystem. As I told you, MangoPay is part of the fintech ecosystem since the very beginning. So here again, we had the opportunity to observe all the changes. And one of the main changes was for crowdfunding. At the very beginning, again, we were working only with C2C platform, so donation-based, as Ulule in Espanol, Ulule, or not Socios Inversores, or let's talk about Ulule. Then it was only C2C oriented, but those last few, let's say, few years, we saw a lot of B2B crowdfunding platforms emerge, or new kinds of crowdfunding as loan or equity, for example, like now Socios Inversores or Lendopolis. So here again, in the crowdfunding sector, we see a lot of B2B platforms emerge more than C2C platforms those last years. One of the other big evolution concerns the bank and the startups. We saw that last times that both banks and startups understood that they had complementary competencies they could gather in order to be stronger and to answer all those new needs. So we used to call that the co-petition. This is a mix between the cooperation and the competition. So here again, MangoPay is a good and meaningful example, as we were acquired by a banking group last year, which is Crédit Mutuel Arkea. And it shows that banks have a real interest in this P2P ecosystem. But acquiring companies is not the only way for banks to come within the sharing economy. We also see a lot of mobile banking solutions emerging. We could talk about Pumpkin, that you may know here. Pumpkin is a mobile app to reimburse his friends. We could talk about N26, the German mobile bank that allows you to open an account, to have multiple means of payments on your mobile phone. So we see a lot of banking solutions emerging those last years within the P2P ecosystem. So, as I was saying, P2P tends to be more and more B2B than C2C, as even banks are pushing offers through white label solutions. So the force is now on fintechs that have interest to merge with banks, to offer, to drive more businesses and acquire more credibility. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's good. One of the other major evolution we've seen those last let's say, years or months is that there is an emergence, a big emergence of B2B platforms, B2B companies created to help P2P platforms. So we saw a lot of stakeholders offering different services, but always with the same objective, to help P2P platforms to launch and then to grow faster and to scale up. I'm going to talk about concrete examples. We can talk about marketplace editors like Miracle, Withaplace, Iceberg. Those editors are here to help P2P platform to offer them a customized tool and a customized back office management. So that's why it's very useful for a platform to go through those marketplace editors to launch the better marketplace or corresponding platform as possible. I could talk also about insurance, AXA, Maif, or others. They help platforms to insure products. So it's very user-oriented as now users are insured, as there is more guarantees for users, but the platforms take also less risks, with legal issues or reimbursement. We could talk also about a payment provider. I could talk randomly about one payment provider, let's say MangoPay. MangoPay is, or other providers are here, to help those P2P platform to accept a lot of means of payments, to escrow the funds for third parties, to automate all the payouts. So here again, payment providers are here to help platforms to scale up very quickly, to expand globally, and to have good results faster. I could talk also about KYC and ID management platforms like Jumio, Onfido, or Veridoo. Onfido, sorry, and Veridoo. They are here to help platforms to check the identity of the final users, so they can allow platform to do it quickly and efficiently. I could talk about training and education, like SchoolKeep. I don't know if you know SchoolKeep, but they help optimizing training operations, like attracting better prospects, like reducing onboarding time. So we see here a lot of factors created in order to help P2P platforms to grow faster. So to conclude this part, we can say that with the growing number of P2P platforms, there is a hard competition between all those platforms. So they need to answer the best all the new consumers' needs, all the new market needs. So in order to do that, they could do it together. They could do it alone. So trying to edit their own marketplace, trying to manage KYC alone. But this is not their core business. That's why they call B2B companies. There are a lot, as I said, and they are here to help those platforms to scale up quickly. Then, to conclude, I will talk last time about our own experience, the MangoPay experience. We are now living a beautiful success story with both Litchi and MangoPay. We have now 6 million users with Litchi, almost 2,000 clients with MangoPay. But more will go through, more will need to cooperate with B2B platforms, as I just mentioned before, because we will need to answer new needs, to answer the new market's expectations. And as an example, we started cooperating a few days ago with Greenpoint. Greenpoint is a software helping us to analyze instantaneously ID documents or to manage the KYC process instantaneously. So even us, MangoPay, with a huge growth, need to cooperate with those B2B actors in order to be more efficient and to answer those new needs of the sharing economy ecosystem. So we observed through all the examples I mentioned that the P2P ecosystem was evolving, was changing, and this is a good sign because it means that the ecosystem is adapting itself to those new needs. So that's why my last message would be, we are all here to answer better the consumer needs. So that's why, in order to answer those needs, we'll need to cooperate all together in order to gather our competencies and to answer those new needs. And that's it. Thank you very much. And if you have any questions, I will be outside and I will be more than happy to discuss with you. Thank you.